Hey, what's going on? You're watching All the Way Up Crypto. I'm your host, Aaron. Thanks for tuning in. I hope you guys had a wonderful weekend. I was busy, very, very busy. Anyway, so what's coming up? We have something coming up here soon that may affect the price of Bitcoin in a very positive way. But some of the technical analysis may disagree with that. So who knows what's going to happen. Backed. Coming up very soon. Was it the 26th maybe? So a few short days we'll know what the heck's going on with these Bitcoin futures contracts that are going to be settled in actual Bitcoin. I don't know. I really think it'll help out positively. But the technical analysis says that we're going down. Or we have the possibility to go down. How about that? But that, my friends, is not anything as far as financial advice is concerned. Do your own research. So, one of the things I'd like to, discuss with you is how do you pick the right blockchain? So let's just all agree on something right now. Cryptocurrency and blockchain technology is not going away anytime soon. We have money being devalued like crazy. Things like negative interest rates, low interest rates, encouraging people to continue to borrow to a point where they just can't pay back. It's just how it goes. So something has to come and take over, and cryptocurrencies will take over, and blockchain technology that was used to create this stuff is probably going to eliminate a lot of the middlemen. So how do you pick the right blockchain for what you want it to do? I mean, because right now, if you're a technology person, innovator, you like to write code, how do you decide which blockchain to use? What's out there to use? You have to probably not be like platform specific. You need to find probably blockchains that will allow you to maybe write stuff that works both off-chain and on-chain. You know, what information do you want recorded on-chain? And how does that work into maybe the tokenization of what you're trying to do? Those are questions you have to ask yourself. You could take something like Komodo, right, and create your own blockchain with it, with the Antara framework, and click, boom, I got my own blockchain running. What are you using it for? Using it to create a currency? I mean, actually, you have the ability right now in the Antara framework to create a stable currency. It'd be very easy for a country to go in and use that platform and create a stable coin. Very easy. Tokenize it to a hard asset like gold. Some people agree or disagree with that, but I mean, you could do it that way. Or you could just say we're no longer using the gold standard. This is our money. We're not going to make any more of it. It's divisible by 100 million. Bada bing, bada boom, and we're done. You could easily do that. So that's definitely something to ask yourself. You have digi assets to tokenize things really easy. You have all the smart contract platforms, be it Ethereum, Cardano, Tron, and there's many others out there that you could use. Many. But you have to ask yourself, what am I trying to do? Who needs access to it? And then go from there. You can't be like a maximalist towards one platform or another. You have to ask yourself, what's going to serve the purpose of what I'm trying to do? Something to keep in mind. And that leads me to this. Anybody following the dummies that are running for election for president, one guy that interests the cryptocurrency people is this Andrew Yang guy. He's a Democrat. I don't care whether you're Democrat, Republican, or whatever. Anything you tell me you think you're trying to do while you're running try to be president will probably never happen. Even if it's the greatest idea on the planet, it probably won't happen. Because you have those two beasts to deal with, the House and the Senate. And trying to get things passed by them just don't happen. Especially when it's a good idea. So I was watching an interview with him, and he loves the underlying technology of cryptocurrency. He likes cryptocurrency. He likes kind of the idea behind it. But one of the things he is realizing as he is an entrepreneur and kind of learned through the School of Hard Knocks how to be an entrepreneur is that many jobs are being overtaken by artificial intelligence, robots, and it just keeps knocking out people's jobs. And the money that's being saved should be used to supplement people so they have money to spend on things. This idea isn't anything new. I don't like it, I guess, but there may be a possibility, necessity for it. I don't know where I really stand. I don't like that people would get something for nothing just because robots took their jobs away. I don't know. But there's this idea called universal basic income. And it's being tested out in cities and different parts of the world, and I don't know, you basically get a check for doing nothing. And Mr. Yang feels that everybody's entitled to $1,000 a month. If you're over 18, here's $1,000. And he feels that he can get the money by taxing the companies that are utilizing artificial intelligence and robots to replace human work. I see what you're doing, and it kind of counteracts companies from completely eliminating the human part of the job, but I mean, that's the good side of it. Let's counter that a little bit, but now you're giving people nothing, and now you're putting this money out there. There has to be some type of balance somewhere, or you're just putting all this money out there for people to just spend. What are they going to buy? Robots, probably. I mean, I don't know. It's a vicious cycle. Very well could be a vicious cycle. So I don't know where all this stuff would end up going, but this idea of universal basic income, UBI, as it's referenced, isn't anything new, and it's being utilized in other places and cities and countries. So I don't know what will come of all of this, but you could use the blockchain. And actually, the people that interviewed him actually asked him, do you think you would consider paying people in Bitcoin? Which would be very beneficial if this universal basic income passed and it was in America and people were getting paid $1,000 a month in Bitcoin. Do you know what that would do to the price of Bitcoin? I mean, you'd reach a point where people would only be getting maybe 1,000 Satoshis, and that would be worth $1,000, or maybe 100 Satoshis, and it would be worth $1,000. Like, that would completely inflate the price of all these cryptocurrencies out there, because people take that and trade it for something else. I mean, you create this whole new financial craze going on. It'd be crazy. So who knows? So which blockchain would they use? They could just pay people in Bitcoin. Or they could take something like Komodo and create a stable coin and pay people that way. And then they'd be able to track where people are spending stuff, versus maybe some of the cash assistant programs that we have out there where people are giving cash and they buy things that, like cigarettes and alcohol, but you're giving cash to go buy things like food and water, stuff to be sustainable. So anyway, that's my little spiel on this wonderful Monday. Tomorrow I'll make it a little more crypto related. Not that this wasn't, but a little more economical, crypto analytical. So I hope you're all doing well, and until we meet again, stay crypto, my friends.